Hello and welcome back to the Fantasy Playmakers. It feels like it's been a little bit since we've had, like a super relevant, big time offensive signing. Well, we just had one. The Los Angeles Rams are going to be signing Allen Robinson. I feel like this kind of came out of left field because it seems like the Rams were just going to roll into 2022 with Kupp. You've got Woods coming off of that ACL. And then I just assumed they would be re signing Odell Beckham and he would join them later on in the year. And then you still got guys like Van Jefferson there as depth, early on in the season. But they go out, they make a splash and bring in Allen Robinson. It seems like, they had some money left over because they were trying to pursue Von Miller. It didn't happen. So kind of a luxury. They get to go out and bring in Allen Robinson. And I feel like the biggest, kind of beneficiary of this is Matthew Stafford because that wide receiver core is looking stacked. Once you get Woods back, if you got three wide receivers, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Allen Robinson, that is fantastic. And you may be concerned about really any of these wide receivers, but I do believe the Rams use three wide receiver sets, at a very, very high rate. So that's obviously great for all three of those guys. I'm very intrigued to see what we're going to get out of Allen Robinson this year, because he's been fantastic his entire career. He's been putting up these elite numbers with just garbage quarterbacks like Blake Bortles, Mitch Trubisky, but he always managed to produce basically all the way until last season, where in 12 games, he only caught 38 passes for 410 yards and one touchdown, was just a total flop. I am expecting him to turn it around on the Rams. This is going to be by far the best quarterback he has ever played with. For Cooper Kupp, this isn't going to impact him at all. He's still going to be an elite wide receiver one, high-end wide receiver one, probably the number one overall, heading into fantasy drafts. Robert Woods, when he comes back, he's going to be a stud. And then Allen Robinson will work in there as well. I'm not sure what his ceiling is, just because he is going to be competing with those other weapons. But as a whole, I just think this Rams offense is looking very dangerous. And Matthew Stafford is likely going to be a stud in fantasy. You've got like those top tier quarterbacks who have the dual threat ability. You got Josh Allen, you've got Lamar Jackson, Kyler, and then you throw guys like Herbert, Mahomes in that range. I'm probably forgetting someone, but you have those guys, and then you've got that next tier of players like Tom Brady and Matthew Stafford, who are going to ball out. They just don't have that elite ceiling because they lack that rushing ability, but they're going to be in like that 22 point per game range, which is very, very solid as your QB1. So those are my initial thoughts. I was pretty shocked when I saw that A-Rob was going to the Rams. I don't really have a great idea of where he's going to fall in my wide receiver rankings, especially with those two other studs there. We still have to wait and see what they do with Odell Beckham. Imagine they go out, bring him in. They've just got four absolute studs. I don't know if that's in the cards. We'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think about Allen Robinson? Let me know down below in the comments. But thank you guys for checking in, and I'll see you in the next one.